Our next presenter this evening, Katherine Quittner, and her presentation, the Magnetica.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
This is the Magnetica, and this is an instrument that I built and invented and is designed for sound healing. It's very large, as you can see, because that's me, and it's 10 by 10, and the strings that come off the articles, which are the curved part, are 9 feet tall. This is the logo of the Magnetica, and it's experimental sound and healing generator. It came to me all at once in my head, like bang, like that. And then I went, what is this? And then what is sound healing? Because I had no idea. I'm actually trained as a composer of music, and I went to UCLA. I'm not from here, like in case you didn't know. I'm not from Vermont, I'm from LA. And I went to UCLA and I studied music there and wrote things in the theater and in the movies. And I went to Berlin and studied music. And then when I came back, after many years of slaving away as a failed waitress, I got a job in the movies, which I'd never got fired from. And this is my first drawing of the Magnetica. This is that's me. Delusionally tall, because I'm just reaching over to something that I have to actually go like this for. So I actually was in Uruguay when I had this idea, and then this was the question, how to build this. This is a country where when it rains, people just stay home. They have a vacation from December till April, so for 5 months you actually can't do anything. So I got a toy builder involved at first, and that was a disaster, and so I'm going like, what next? So a friend of mine who was a bass player said, I have a boat builder and let's go see him. So I went to go see Fiki Garcia, who had a huge atelier to build boats, and this is how we built it in his studio. The size is 10 by 10 on the base, and the article is probably 12 feet tall. It also has a mast in the center with a wheel, which I'll tell about more. I cut the base into 4 pieces, hoping to be able to transport it by sticking the articles inside 2 of the platforms face to face. But this, sadly, was a disastrous miscalculation. This is almost impossible to transport. I went from Uruguay to Miami, and this is the base before it got cut in 4 parts. The base is unusually close to the contact microphones for the strings, so if you walk too hard, you become a percussion instrument. So either do that on purpose or be very careful. And also, by miracle, it doesn't squeak at all. I'm so lucky. This is how the articles function. They're very tall, and the strings are phosphorus bronze sitar strings, because a lot of strings don't make any noise at all. Like piano, forget it, won't work. And plus, it's not tall enough. So they wind around a carbon fiber pole that you can see, and then it's attached to a piece of guitar wood, which is attached to a contact mic. So it's kind of sketchy with the bow. I have a bunch of Tibetan bowls in here that are for sound healing. This is a cliche, I know that, but if you put a lot of things together, it actually makes something interesting. These bowls are about 300 years old, and I have a whole lot of them in there. I also have crystals underneath all of the articles. This is a map of the electronics which I made. I am not an audio engineer. So you see divine intervention here in the fact that I actually could draw this, and when I set it up like this, it actually worked as I expected it to. Oh my God. I was stunned myself, and so then I put a wheel there, as you can see, because you have to go around really fast sometimes. You hit the strings and hit the bowls and do everything you want to do if you want to play fast. So you don't want to fall over, because that's not a good look. So I put this wheel on it, and it was like Uruguay's so charming, because we were talking about where we can get the wheel made. Go up the block and look for the guy sitting outside with his wife. And we found him, and he did it with the grandfather tools. The people who build this with me are a boat builder who plays flute, a luthier who's a sitar and guitar player, a guy from the mics who's a bass player, and the top guy is a piano player. And they're all musicians, and I can tell you one startling thing is that when you are in a different country and you are a musician, if you meet another musician, it's kind of easy to talk to them. Who knows why? So I come back to the United States from Uruguay and I go to Miami, which I hated. I hated Florida, every minute of it. What a terrible place. So I build it, and then I give a concert, right? Because I have to see, what have I done? It took 6 years to build it. Now I have to play it. I'm not a performer. I'm not a stand-up person. I'm not anything like that. I write music and go hide. That's my thing. So I'm in the machine and I'm playing it. It took us 5 hours to break it apart, to transport it, and 5.5 to put it back. Every venue wants you in and out in the same moment. It's just not a good thing. So I moved back home to LA from where I come, and I take a deep breath, I figure out, what now? Because Los Angeles, you can do anything. What I learned from my concerts and the things that I did was that if you make something that you want to use for people, if you give a concert, you can give a concert for 300 people or 3,000. But if you put it in the phone or the computer, it's everybody. That's impact, and that's what I want. So I come to Burlington, where there's absolutely no people compared to LA, and I put it here in a studio downtown. That's Julio, who came from Uruguay to help me. And now I have to talk about the healing part, which is confusing to everybody, including me. Sound healing actually works. It's the most remarkable and strange things I've ever experienced, because I'm trained as a composer. I'm not a massage therapist. I don't have any idea about what Reiki is. But I learned sound healing, oddly enough, here in Burlington, from a woman who does biofield tuning named Eileen Day McCusick. This is what I did with my machine. I made an app that goes in the phone for everybody, and it has something to do with fixing cognitive disorders. That's sound healing. So I've done a lot with this, and it's sitting, I have 12 chairs now in my studio for people if I want to give a concert. But the real future of this machine is to live stream it on YouTube, because then everybody can see it. And so that's my new idea, which is not a new idea, obviously, but it's a good idea. So this is like the logo and all this, and I'm going to try to play little concerts, eventually when I get ready, because I've added lights and all kinds of other remarkable, fabulous things to it. Thank you very much.